Okay. Uh, we're back, I guess. So I just had a 30. I had 30 minutes of a podcast recorded, right? 30 fucking minutes, and I I was literally saying like goodbye, and ran out of space on the fucking computer, and because of that, somehow the file got corrupted. And so I just spent about an hour trying to figure out if it was salvageable. It's not. It's gone. Um, so yeah, that's awesome. Um, I also got decently buzzed for it, but since this is Lush Republic, I have to drink some more now. So we're just gonna do that. Glug, glug, glug. Uh, I am drinking some Absolute Citron, and I am mixing it with Sprite because that's all I got in the house right now. Is it healthy? No. Is it tasty? Not really. Sprite sucks. Um, that's a hot take right there, but I don't really fucking like Sprite. Um, the worst Sprite out there is McDonald's Sprite, and that's because it is so like over carbonated. It just hurts. I hate it. It's like it feels like slamming a beer when you drink McDonald's Sprite out of their stupid styrofoam cup. I'm very heated right now, if you guys couldn't tell. Uh, I, in the past, have turned to food when I'm angry as a comfort, and I've been trying to eat healthier. So I'm also, I'm drinking vodka and Sprite, but I'm also eating an apple. So this is awesome. I'm sure everyone wants to fucking hear this. No, okay. Let me take a drink. Let me, get centered again, and we'll do this for real. Okay. Oh God, I hate it. I don't like it, but this is Lush Republic, eh? So I might as well be a lush. Okay. It is February 1st, 2021, the year of our Lord, 8:05 p.m. Welcome to the Lush Republic podcast. Thanks for joining us. Absolutely fucking no one. Uh no, I was going to have a guest on. My buddy Noah was going to come on the show, and he's still going to. He's awesome. We riff together super well. But I realized that I don't have a proper setup. I don't really have a good mic for it. And yeah, basically, we were trying and trying, but it really came out as either like sounding like robots or sounding like we had chucked a microphone down a hallway and we're trying to yell at it. So that's coming in the future. I would love to have him on. I'd love for him to be like a recurring guest because he's awesome, but just wasn't in the cards for this week. A lot of shit's been just whack this week. It's been a really weird week. Had some bullshit at work. I work at a brewery. I don't know if I've talked about that yet, but just anti-maskers, man. Like, come on. It's not like. I had this one old guy, and he's just a fucking dick. He came in, and he was like yelling at me over like what the governor did and how it's bullshit. It's like, dude, like, I just want to be able to fucking work. Like, and I told him, I was like, look, man, like, I'm not gonna sit here and like be attacked because of something outside of my control. I'm just trying to make sure my fucking business that I work at doesn't get shut down. So like, if you don't like it, you can fucking leave. And yeah, he exchanged some more words. He literally yelled at me for like 2 minutes, and then eventually was like, "And I know it's not your fault." It's like, come on, man. Couldn't we have fucking gotten here earlier? But no, no, of course not. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I don't. Like I said, I've been drinking. Um, I'm changing the podcast schedule from from Saturdays to Mondays because I like sports and I want to talk about them when they're fresh in my mind. And I can barely fucking remember what happened during the AFC and NFC championships last weekend. Woo! Let's go Bucks. Let's go fucking Kansas City. Super stoked for my boy Brady. That was a great game to watch. Another reason why I wanted my buddy Noah on here. He is a longtime Green Bay fan, and boy, did Green Bay shit the bed. I mean, whew, Rodgers. He was the MVP for Tampa Bay that game. And yeah, it's been 8 days now. Today marks the end of my ban from Reddit. I go on Reddit a lot, and sometimes I like to troll. Like I try not to do it too much, but it's really fun to troll people on there because they get so mad. And last week, I trolled the Buffalo Bills subreddit, and basically I just posted a picture of Kansas City, waving goodbye to the Buffalo Bills, and I got downvoted into oblivion, which was hilarious, and I also got reported. I literally got banned in 2 minutes from the Buffalo Bills subreddit, which was hilarious. But I got reported to the Reddit admins within about 8 minutes and got a ban for posting violent content, which I thought was kind of bullshit. I'm just taking the piss. I mean, I get, maybe it was in poor taste or whatever, but like, I didn't post any violent content, Like I was stoking the flames a bit, but I really don't think you could say I did anything more than that. So, let's boycott Reddit. Speaking of Reddit, I am actually now kind of glad that the last episode got corrupted. Holy shit, GameStop, guys. What the fuck happened there? I'm so happy. I it's just really fun to see all these Wall Street guys like just kind of like be like, this is bullshit. Like one of them was blaming the stimulus checks for this, and it's just so funny because like it's just like I've been a part of the Wall Street Bet sub forever. I haven't been on it within like the last few weeks, and I didn't really know about any of this, especially because I got banned. So I didn't really know about any of it, and then I read about it on the news, and I was like, holy shit, like they did what? So I went, I searched it out, I found some fun information about it, and I started, like reading articles, and one thing that really jumped out to me was the bandwagoning on social media, and this is on anything, but like the bandwagoning on any form of social media is hilarious. Like all of Reddit, like I remember like the memes subreddit was like, we did it guys, we beat the billionaires, and it's like, what did you do? Like, no you didn't. There's like maybe a few thousand people on Reddit that actually, bought GameStop stock before it started, skyrocketing. Like, you didn't do shit, guys. Like, it's just funny how many people will, like, be like, oh, like, Redditors did a thing. Well, I'm a Redditor, so I did a thing. I'm important. And yeah, no, it's just it just was cracking me up. Everyone like taking credit for we beat the rich. Like, I mean, yeah, no, like try your hardest to, fight back against the fucking oligarchy that we live in. But also know that if you're not doing anything, maybe don't fucking take credit for it, you know? That's just my take. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, it's good for people to come together in that way. But no, at the end of the day, hilarious what happened with all those hedge funds. Hilarious that Wall Street is freaking out. And hilarious that it was done by the absolute most chef's kiss premium of autists on Wall Street bets. I mean, I remember, like, back in the day, that place was awesome. I followed the stock market for a long time while I was browsing that sub, and a long time in Wall Street Bets is about probably 2 months because I lost a lot of money. But no, it was a fun time, and I'll always look fondly upon our times with each other, me and Wall Street Bets, but it was good to know that their powers can be used for good too. Um, shit, what else happened this week? Oh, back to sports. Connor got the shit beaten out of him. That's funny. I like how. See, the thing about McGregor is, like, his whole brand is, like, being this tough guy and, like, like, I'm fucking better than anyone else. That's Scottish. Here, let me. I'm fucking better than anyone else. I'm a fucking Irishman. And I'll tell you what, I can beat your skull in. I can beat your skull in. I don't even have to think about it. I'm just doing it right now. Like, it's really funny that, like, that was his brand, right? And watching Connor walk into that fight, he looked like he looked like he was about to piss his pants. I mean, he was not the Connor we've seen before. He was, and like even before the fight. I mean, remember with like Khabib when like I don't like know exactly what he said, but he basically was like, I'm gonna fucking kill him, like, I'll tear his head off, and Khabib was just like, I'm going to send you to the graveyard. But no, that was not the Connor we saw. Like before this fight, he was like, he's a really good fighter, and basically, I just hope both teams have fun. We're not there to really kill anybody. We're not there to be thinking about any violent thoughts. And honestly, I was hoping this could just be a hugging competition, but Dana White, he said I had to actually fight him. Like, I mean, that was the vibe I got from Connor anyway. So, no, I mean, I've never really liked the guy. He's always seemed like a pompous asshole. So it's just kind of validating to see this guy who has always just been a douchebag kind of get knocked down, and like I said, I mean his whole brand is kind of based on that pompous bullshit. And I gotta wonder, like, what's he going to do now, like, is he, like, his whiskey is shit. That's pretty much the only thing I know that he actually makes rather than headlines. And now he's not even making good headlines. It used to be, I mean, say what you will, it was fucking entertaining when he threw that shit at the bus. I'm not saying it's right. I definitely don't agree with it, but my God, was that entertaining. And, I was like, oh, this is going to be fucking good. Connor used to be entertaining, and now it's just kind of sad. Anyway, not to make this a sports podcast, I'm going to go, like I said, I think I said it last time, I've got some comedy jumping off points. Comedy dropping in points, dude, on my fucking skateboard, dude. I'm gonna ollie this 12 stair. No, comedy jumping off points. I'm just gonna take a quick sip real quick. Oh, oh God. Oh, it gets worse. Oh, I didn't mix it. That's the thing. I didn't stir it. So it's just, we'll say all the flavors at the bottom. And not a good place for it to be. So, anyway. I always write shit down during the week to talk about over the, uh, I was talking to my buddy, we were landscaping today because, can't get enough hours doing what I want to do during the pandemic, so I gotta get him doing back-breaking landscaping work, which I hate, especially today. It was cactus, and here's the thing about cactus. There's a bunch of different kinds, but the really tall ones, they have super deep and intricate root systems, and they are an absolute bitch to, root out. They suck. And, I was just fucking gassing myself all day trying to get these cacti out of the ground. And it was all fine and good. But then we moved on to the quote-unquote easier cactus, like the little flat leaf bullshit ones. And funny reason also why we were removing all of this cactus is because the woman at the house that we were removing it, she wanted her grandkids to be able to play in her yard. And I thought that was fucking hilarious because my parents would never spend money to remove cactus. My parents probably wouldn't remove cactus for our safety for free. They, as they shouldn't. I fell in a cactus once. I fell on my ass. My mom was picking fucking cactus needles out of my butt cheeks for an hour. And it sucked. And you know what? I never fucking fell in a cactus again until I was a drunk teenager. But until then, I never fell in a cactus again. And I think it's those kind of hard-hitting life lessons that these Gen Zers, that these Gen Z kids, these Zoomers, I think that's one of them lessons that they need to learn is not to be a fucking pussy. And you know what? Maybe eat a cactus, Maybe that'll put some fucking hair on your chest. So what? You're a girl? You want hair on your chest? It's 2021, baby. You can do whatever the fuck you want as long as you're not a goddamn pussy. God damn it. Anyway. So, where the fuck was I? Oh! I have such a good habit of getting myself off track and just, making an entirely new story, taking it an entirely new way. But I also must say, credit to me, I'm pretty damn good at bringing it back. So, anyway, we are cutting down all these cacti. We're removing them, taking them out, and I threw one into this trailer we had, and it was a nice shot. It was from far away. Pretty sick, if I must say so myself. And it got me thinking about the YouTube page Dude Perfect and how funny those guys are. If you've never seen it, Dude Perfect is awesome. I suggest you go check them out because basically all they are is hey, what's up, YouTube? Today we're gonna be throwing a football into a basketball net that's on a hockey rink, but I'm on the bleachers, and I'm gonna do it blindfolded, and like they basically just do like trick shots of shit, like pretty much any sport. And it's so funny because whenever they do the trick shots, like they they're heavily edited. So whenever they make it, like they freak out. Like I'm talking like some dudes like seem to like tear up. Other guys will like pick up their buddies and just, like it's absolutely you can just tell that they've been doing this. They've been at this for like days maybe and they're so sick of trying to get this trick shot that they finally get it, and like it's it's like a slave being freed. You know what I mean? Like that's honestly a good fucking comedy point right there. Dude perfect, but it's just freeing slaves. Oh man, I need another guy on this podcast because I'm gonna end up saying some shit that is gonna get me in trouble, and it's not gonna get me in trouble if there's someone else laughing at it with me in real time. But anyway, so we were talking about it, and we were talking about making our own X-rated Dude Perfect, and like, just like, because obviously, like, we wouldn't have the production value of the guys on YouTube or anything, so it'd basically just be like a phone camera recording us. It's like, hey, I'm Miles, and I just duct taped this dildo to this football, and we're gonna throw it in a girl's pussy who's at the bottom of the Hoover Dam. So let's go. And then we just keep doing it, and like, I'm figuring all like this editing shit and software out as I go too, so like it probably would be completely unedited. So it's just like 8 hours of this girl at the bottom of the Hoover Dam with her legs spread, and me just lobbing a football absolutely nowhere close. Can't even get a spiral on it because the weight's all fucked up. And this honestly probably isn't even funny to anyone but myself. But the things I was picturing in my head were just cracking me up. And yeah, no, I just wanted to share that one with you guys because I thought it would be funny. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one. So, my dad's kind of where I get my sense of humor from. And my little sister was talking to him the other night. And she was like, hey, Dad. Okay, that's a terrible way of... No, she was like, hey, I'm trying to get this dog. Because we already have a dog, by the way. But oh yeah, I live at home. Pandemics suck. But she wants another dog, and my dad does not want another dog. But she always looks up at like shelter dog. She always looks up shelter dogs to show him like, hey, we could get this one. And she was looking up this one, and he was adorable, just like this super cute little brown puppy. And she's like, we could get this guy. My dad looks at him. He's like, Harvey? He's like, you want to get a rapist dog? And it took me a second. I was like, wait, do you mean like Harvey Weinstein? He's like, yeah. He's like, why do you think he's in dog jail? So it got me on another tangent, thinking about like naming my dogs. Because like I've always named dogs. I've had a few. I've always named dogs after like rappers. Like I had a dog named Kodak, which is fucking adorable. He was like a house dog at the house I lived at. I lived at a house with like 4 other fucking dudes. But anyway, it got me thinking, instead of naming my dogs after famous rappers, I could name my dogs after like famous sex offenders. I was just ripping on that, like, hey, come on in, and then you invite friends over for dinner, you're like, come in, blah blah blah. The dogs come running up, they're all cute, they're jumping all up. I'm like, oh, excuse them, sorry, like, hey, get down, boy, get down. They're like, "Oh my god, this one's so cute," and I'm like, "Thank you, thank you. That's Cosby, and here's Ghislaine, and you know what? I I do not know where I I can't think of another famous sex offender right now, but just here's Cosby, here's Ghislaine, and you know what? I can't find Jeffrey. Oh, here he is. He was outside. He was playing with the kids. I'm sorry. Oh man, yeah. I better hope I hope I get a good following on this before Twitter finds this podcast, because if I make it big, I'm that's one of my biggest fears is making it big and getting canceled. Because like, what do you do at that point? Like what I just said. Like, how am I gonna explain that to an employer? Or God forbid, I commit a crime. How do I explain what I just said in front of a judge? Like I forget what comedian has this joke, but he was like saying how like no joke can sound good in front of a judge. Like, oh, it's John Mulaney. John Mulaney is an awesome comedian, by the way. If you guys haven't seen him or heard of him, please check him out. He's currently in rehab for cocaine, and boy, it just goes to show everyone has been hit from this pandemic. And you know, comedians have suffered the most. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all I got to talk about for right now. These things keep getting longer and longer, and I'm super excited. We're sitting at right about 27 minutes, so I'm trying to add some music. I made some like pretty shitty beats for the beginning and end of this. So if it's not on this one, I'm gonna try to put it on the next one. But yeah, I think that pretty much does it. Um, yeah, whoever listened to this, thanks for listening to it. Sorry about me being pissy in the beginning. I'm still pissy, but I got my apple and I got this recorded. So I will catch you in the next one. Peace.